Hey, so before this video starts, I want to say that this conversation and this topic is pretty controversial, and I think a lot of people are going to have very strong opinions. So I do hope that you will watch the entire video before you do form your opinion, because I have a lot to say, and so there's some stuff that I'm going to add to the end of the video as well that I think is important. But yeah, I hope that you watch the entire video before you form your opinion. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking the video. If I'm being honest, this might be the last video I ever put up on this channel. I obviously am excited to film this video because I wouldn't do it if I wasn't, but I am also terrified because I don't know how people are going to react, and I am not sure if anyone is going to agree with me. Like, genuinely, I don't know. And normally I feel like I have a pretty good gauge of what people will think. On this one, I really don't know at all. And so let's just get into it. So today we're going to be talking about a TikTok that Tess Holiday put up on her TikTok. But this TikTok was responding, so doing like the stitch feature. If you don't know how TikTok works, I don't know what to tell you. We're not going to do a TikTok breakdown, okay? But basically stitching another creator's video, and she shared her opinion. Now, what was this TikTok creator's video? Well, the TikTok creator's video was basically them saying, if my girlfriend gained weight, I would leave them, okay? And that is what she was reacting to. So we are going to let's just watch it and form our opinion from there.
They accept you being big. You tacked on fucking 40 pounds and you expect me to just love you.
Yeah, that's literally what we expect. When you're in a relationship and you care about somebody, I clearly would expect them to care about me. I mean, it's kind of wild.
I'm sorry, I wasn't going to stop it, but why did she... That's crazy. That is so wild that someone would do that. Why would someone do that? Like, why did you back up from the camera? What is the point of that? Okay, I'm sorry. It's kind of petty, but it was just so random.
Wild.
I know why. Because this was the thumbnail for the video that she used, but whatever.
That this person can't change their body, whatever, while you guys are in a relationship, or else. I don't know. I was actually gonna say more, but I don't need to, because it's just weird, isn't it?
I wish you would have said more, if I'm being completely honest, because she really didn't say much. But it is what it is. Now I'm going to share my opinion, which I am honestly kind of scared of. So, this is how I feel, okay? If I am in a relationship with someone, and say they gain like 20 pounds or whatever, it is what it is. But if I'm in a relationship with someone, and they gained 100 pounds in our relationship, like, it's going to be hard for me to be attracted to that person. And I know that's going to upset some people, and I know that's going to piss some people off. And the fact of the matter is like, the majority of my audience is women, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I'm going to try and explain why I feel that way, okay? And so, for me, when it comes to attraction and when it comes to being in a relationship, a really big part of my attraction to someone is based on shared interests, okay? And if I am with someone that is, into fitness and, working out and moving their body and all this stuff, and then again, they are into that, and then they gain 100 pounds, clearly something big has changed here, and clearly something is going on that has made them no longer interested in those things. And if they are no longer interested in those things, I am not going to be interested in them, okay? And so I know that that's going to upset people and it's going to piss people off. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. But the thing is like, I don't expect anyone to I don't think anyone owes me anything. And so like the best example that I can give is my loose skin. So if I am talking to someone and they are not interested in me because I have loose skin, like I don't feel any type of way about that. Like I don't feel upset. I just feel like it is what it is, right? And so like I know a lot of people are like, oh, love should be unconditional and like there shouldn't be any conditions. But I maybe I'm jaded or maybe I have like a mental issue. I don't know. But like love is not unconditional for me. Like there is stuff people can do to me that will make me not love them, regardless of how close we are or have been before in the past. Like there are conditions to everything, in my opinion. Okay. And then so when we're talking about this, again, I am not talking what we're talking about. You're in a relationship with someone already and then they gain weight in that relationship. So it's not like, oh, because a lot of times whenever I bring up weight, a lot of people get upset with me because I've talked about this before in the past. It was a long time ago. And people were like, well, what if someone, you can be working on yourself and still be overweight. That's very true. But again, we're talking about you're already in a relationship with someone and they gain, again, like I'm saying, there's levels. If it's just like 20 pounds, even 40 pounds to an extent, like that, I get it, right? Things happen. Like, I mean, I fluctuate in weight, but I'm saying what I'm talking about is 100 pounds, right? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, would it be better for me to just say, oh no, I wouldn't care, but then in the back of my head feel upset or feel like this way where I am actually like have these feelings, but I'm afraid to say them because I'm afraid it's going to hurt someone's feelings. Now, I don't know, like, but I can say like, we talk about like, I actually saw a TikTok recently where the woman came on the TikTok. She said, TikTok is mad at me. This is kind of a good example. She said, TikTok is mad at me because I shared a video where my boyfriend said he would be upset if I cut my hair into bangs, right? He said, I love you and I think you're beautiful, but I just don't think bangs would work on you. And then everyone on TikTok said, you need to break up with him. That's a red flag. That's like, how could you do that? How could he say that to you? Like, that's really bad. But she was like, but then there are girlies on here making TikTok saying that my boyfriend said he wanted to shave his head and it's taking everything in me not to break up with him. Or like, if he does it, I'm going to break up with him, right? Like, everyone has these things that they are attracted to. And it's just, I don't know. For me, it feels weird that when it comes to weight, if you are not attracted to someone that is bigger, and then you're with someone that isn't, that gets bigger, and you're no longer attracted to them, you are an asshole. You're a terrible person. You're shallow. All of those things. Like, I don't understand that, because if it was me, this is the way I see it. Like, I'm not at all trying to put any sort of, like, if it was me and I gained 100 pounds and my girlfriend broke up with me, I wouldn't be like, I can't believe this. It would make sense. It would make sense to me. Like 100%. I wouldn't even question it. And it's interesting because when we talk about relationships, like, so one of the biggest statistics is the amount of people that marriages end and relationships end after someone gets bariatric surgery. It's actually really, really common. And it's not always the person that lost weight is like, oh, my husband or wife is now no longer in my league and I'm leaving them. A lot of times it's because the relationship and like it's no longer gelling. It's no longer working because the person that got the surgery, they might be trying to better their health. They might be trying to better their life. They might be trying to move more, eat better, whatever it is. And the person that didn't isn't interested in doing that. Right. And so that relationship is no longer working because one person wants to do one thing and one person wants to do the other thing. And that's the way that I see it, right? When I talk about someone gaining a lot of weight, it's like nobody gains weight in a vacuum, right? Like there's reasons, which we talk about on this channel, why someone might be gaining weight. There's reasons, things that they are doing, there are habits that they either have or don't have that is causing them to do that. And so if you are with someone that ends up, again, gaining 100 pounds, I'm not talking about 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, there's obviously a lot of things in that relationship that were one way, and then they have changed completely. But then I was talking about this with my girlfriend, and she actually brought up a really good point, because she says a lot of times when a guy and a girl, we're talking about men and women, get into a relationship, you know, the dude, he might like to go out frequently, and, you know, maybe he works out 5 times a week, like he's pretty active, but he likes to go out pretty often. And the girl that he's with, you know, she's kind of naturally a little bit thinner, but she doesn't go out too much. She maybe she doesn't really work out that much. And then they get into a relationship, and then they start going out to eat more, and they start, you know, going out to party more, maybe drinking a little bit more, just kind of enjoying people's time together. And then the woman kind of starts, you know, she had one lifestyle that she was living before she got into the relationship, and now that she got into this relationship, there's a lot of mirroring going on, right? So it's like, I'm just going to do what my partner is doing, and then that person gains some weight, right? And again, that's tough, because like, at what point is it like, at what point does the person that's gaining the weight that maybe doesn't want to be gaining the weight have to be like, hey, I no longer want to be doing this. This is no longer, this is no longer like the life that I need to live. And then at what point is it the other person that has to realize like, hey, these things that I am having this person do, or the lifestyle that they are living with me, is obviously not working for them. Like it just doesn't work for them if they want to maintain whatever, right? And so I don't know, like, I'm not sitting here, I just want to make it clear, I'm not sitting here saying I have the answer at all. I think it's clear. Like, I'm reading my chat, and there's some people that are not happy with me, right? I'm not saying that I have the right answers. All I am saying is how I feel, right? Am I saying I agree completely with the guy before? No. He kind of seems, he seems a little intense, right? But I am saying that I have my own feelings, and it is scary to say it, because I know that there are people that are going to be mad at me. And like, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I think like, if someone's saying this bothers you, then obviously that person is not meant to be in a relationship with you, right? And so like, for me, the way I see it, if someone said like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you because of this, then that relationship wasn't supposed to work. And I wouldn't want to force it to work and like force someone to stay if they don't want to stay. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to be in a relationship with me at all, like even a little bit. That sounds like a nightmare, actually, to me, right? And so if the person is no longer interested, they're no longer interested, I'm going to move on, right? That's the way I see it. And so, I don't know. I would love to know what you think. If you hate me now, I understand, I guess. I am not trying to hurt your feelings. It's not the point of this video. But I do think that it is, an interesting conversation. And I don't know. I don't think it's like one way's right or the other. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me know. Peace. So I just wanted to take this time to kind of respond to some of the people that were actually in my chat on Twitch when I was streaming this. So after I had like finished the recording, obviously I had conversation with people in the chat, and they brought up some good points. So the first one, and probably the one that most people brought up, was like pregnancy, right? Like, what if your wife or your partner is pregnant? I personally do think that that's different, because that's something that you two are in together, right? Like forming a new human. And obviously, people gain weight and stuff like that through pregnancy. Again, I tried to make it very clear that, when I'm talking about weight gain, and specifically in this video, I'm talking about like massive weight gain. I'm not talking, 20, 30, 40 pounds. I'm talking like, 100 plus pounds, because again, understand that I'm responding to Tess Holiday, right? And so like, in my mind, everything that I'm saying in this video is, I'm imagining, starting a relationship with someone that is straight sized. And if they become the size of Tess Holiday, I'm just honestly no longer going to be attracted to that person, right? And so pregnancy definitely is a little bit different. And then the other thing that I really wanted to bring up is communication. Like, for me personally, obviously I can't speak for anybody else, But if I'm in a relationship with someone, communication is going to happen. It's not just going to be all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I'm out of here. You're fat now, you know? Like, that's not what I would do. I think it would be a conversation, not like a conversation where I'm like, hey, you're gaining weight, you're gaining weight, you're gaining weight. But I don't think that, I've never experienced this, but like, I can't imagine that I would ever just completely up and leave without explaining and sharing, you know, those thoughts before it happened, right? And at the end of the day, like, I really do want to make it clear that what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not going to be attracted. Like, that's just me being honest. I there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I don't feel like I can really change that. That's just me being honest, right? And so for me, it goes both ways. Like, if it's the same way, if my partner no longer sees me attractive, or I do something that makes them no longer attracted to me, I wouldn't expect them to stay with me. I have no expectation of that at all, right? Like, I don't expect anyone, like, everything I'm saying can go for me. And I know that there was actually quite a bit of comments on the original TikTok where people were like, well, why are you saying this? Like, you act like you're a catch. I don't want to make it seem like I think I am so great and everyone needs to bow down to my... That's not what I'm trying to say. I guarantee there are plenty of people that think I'm not attractive at all and they would never want to be with me, right? I'm sure Tess Holiday, if she saw the video, she'd be like, I don't care what he thinks. I think he's ugly. That's fine. Literally, I don't care about that stuff, right? So it's just... All I want to make very clear is that anything that I'm saying, I expect the same, and I don't expect any more from the person that I'm with. I wouldn't expect someone to stay with me if they're not attracted to me, because I personally wouldn't want to be with someone if they were not attracted to me and they were staying with me because they felt like they had to. That's just, I don't know, that's just how I feel. Again, obviously, I understand that how I feel is not how everybody feels, and I really hope I made it clear that I'm not trying to make this video to make anyone feel bad or try and hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that. It is literally me just trying to share my opinion, one that I know there will probably be a lot of people that are disappointed and that disagree with me, and that is okay, but just understand that I'm not making this video to try and make you feel bad. That is not at all my intention. It's just me trying to share my opinion and hopefully start a conversation. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's everything. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed, but I don't want to make this video 3,000 years long. But yeah, thank you for watching.